Hello all, welcome back to Current Affairs Hit List series. I'm Guna Mathivanan from Officers IAS Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss another important, interesting topic that is regarding participatory notes, which is also referred as simply P notes. Participatory notes. Let me explain this P notes with an example. Let's assume Mr. John. He is from United States of America, USA, and he wants to invest in India. He wants to invest in Indian companies. He wants to invest in the shares of the Indian companies. So he wants to invest in Indian stock markets. He wants to buy the shares of Indian companies. So since being a foreigner, John has to register himself with SEBI first. Right? Once he registers himself with SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India, then John will be allowed to invest in Indian stock market. He can invest in BSE, NSE, etc. So once he registers with SEBI, then John will be investing in India in the form of FII, Foreign Institutional Investors. He will be investing as FII. Now, who is John? Where he is from? What is his address? How much money he is investing? In which company he is investing? Everything SEBI will know. Alright? Now imagine John in the first case. In the first case, John is putting his own money. He is having his own money. He is investing in India. In second case, now what John does? He is collecting money from other residents of America. In America, there are other residents. Other residents, they are giving their money. So John is collecting money from other residents, and that money John is collecting and he is investing that money in India. In the previous case, John was investing his own money, but now John is investing others' money. So these people are residents of America. They have money. They are giving the money to John, and John is investing on behalf of them. So now these individuals, they are giving their money to John. So for the money received, John is going to give a certificate. They are participating, right? They are participating in this investment process. So John will acknowledge them by giving a note, a certificate, which we are referring it as P notes. So these individuals will be receiving a participatory note from John. So John gets the money and John will give the participatory note. So now who is investing? Who is investing? Whether John is investing? No, it is not John's money. This is not John's money, rather it is the money of the residents. The residents are nothing but the participatory note holders. They are holding the participatory note, right? So I am referring them as participatory note holders. So in the previous case, John was investing his own money, but in the second case, John is getting the money from the participatory note holders. The participatory note holders, they give the money to John, and that money is what is invested in India. So the real investor is not John. The real investor is not John. The real investor is the P note holders. The participatory note holders is the real investor. There's nothing wrong in this arrangement. There's nothing wrong. John, what he does, he is collecting money from his known circle or unknown circle, that is okay, and he is investing on behalf of them. But the problem is, SEBI might think that John is investing directly, but of course John is investing, but it is not John's money, it is others' money which is coming into India. So SEBI is thinking it is John who is investing money, but using John, others are investing. That is what is the real picture. Okay, there's nothing wrong here, there's nothing illegal here. But this instrument can be illegally used. For example, let's bring Guna. So Guna is a big businessman in India. He is having a lot of money. Now he is having some 1,000 crores of black money. Assume he is having some 1,000 crores of black money. So this black money is unaccounted money which Guna cannot keep it in India. But Guna somehow wants to use it. But with the black money status, Guna cannot use. So you know what Guna does? So Guna is taking this 1,000 crore money to USA. Guna is taking this 1,000 crore money to USA. Guna is taking it to USA. How Guna is taking? Don't think about it. There are many illegal ways to take the money out. For example, Hawala transaction. For example, Hawala transaction is one such way through which you can take the money out. But let's forget about how the money has been taken. But Guna has taken 1,000 crore black money to USA. And you know what Guna does? Guna is giving that money to John. Guna is giving that money to John. Okay. So, what John is going to do? John is going to use that money. So, Guna's money. Now, Guna's money is coming to John. Now, John is going to invest that money back in India. The money is going to come back in India. So, what Guna does? Like other residents, Guna is taking his black money. He is giving to John. And John is going to invest back in India. Now, Guna will say huge amount, right? Huge amount. Now, Guna will say to John, just like that, don't invest anywhere. You get this money, you take this money, huge money. I will also give you commission. You invest that money back in Guna company itself. Right? So, what Guna does? Guna is taking his black money. He is taking the black money to John. He is giving the money to John. John, what he will do? John in return will give the participatory note to Guna. So, Guna gives money to John and John will give participatory note to Guna. So, Guna is the participatory note holder. But this time what Guna does? Guna says to John, I will give you some extra commission, man. Take my money and invest in my company in India only. So, SEBI might think that it is John who is investing in Guna's business in India. But in reality, it is not John. It is the Guna. He is taking the money outside India. He is giving it to John, and through John, he is bringing the money back to India as investments. So, the black money goes out as black, but comes in as investment. It comes in as white money. It comes inside as white money. This is called as money laundering. But this laundering is done, that black money is being laundered to become white money. Okay, but this participatory note arrangement is not illegal, remember, but this participatory note arrangement is being illegally used by Guna. So, Guna is illegally using this participatory note instrument to convert his black money into white money. What SEBI might think? It is John who is investing. But reality, who is investing? It is Guna who is investing. It is the Guna who is investing back. So, at one point, SEBI figured it out. And SEBI said to John, not just SEBI said, to the FIIs, for the foreign institutional investors. In our case, it is John. SEBI said, John, I know your details. But I also want to know the P-note holder details as well. That is, John, you are not directly investing your money. You are getting the money from the participatory note holders, right? So, Guna also used the same method to give the money to John. So, what SEBI says? John, your information is fine. But you should also have the informations of your participatory note holder. Who are they? Their address, their business, basic information you have to have. You keep it yourself. SEBI says, John, you keep it yourself. John, your information you give it to me. But the participatory note holder's information you keep it yourself. But whenever I ask, SEBI says, you have to furnish all those informations. Whenever SEBI asks, John has to furnish the information of participatory note holders as well. If the John is going to furnish, then Guna will be exposed. Then SEBI will know, okay, Guna is taking the money outside India, and through the participating note holder, through this P-note instrument, and via John, the money is coming back to India. SEBI will know, and government can take action on Guna. Okay, so this is about participatory notes. I hope you got some clarity. P-notes are financial instruments which are used by foreign residents to invest in India without directly getting registered from SEBI. That is the actual definition. P notes are financial instruments which are used by foreign investors to invest in India without registering themselves with SEBI, because only John is getting registered. Others SEBI will not know. But however, recently SEBI came with a regulation that John, your information you give it to me. At the same time, you have the information of your P note holders. Whenever I ask, you have to give. Okay. So this is the P note setup. P notes are not illegal. If UPSC, if there's a statement says P notes are illegal financial instruments, the statement is wrong. It is being illegally used. Clear? So I hope you are clear with this topic. So I will see you in another video with another interesting important topic. Till then, bye. Take care.